yesterday's fellowship to me, now it was just me, I'm like, was amazing. And there was a lot that could have been said about the last week biblical question. And I wanted to ask just to see, like I like learning from people. And believe me, this holiday weekend, it was unexpected. It was unexpected. And so I have my experts here. So Nick, yesterday we discussed the biblical question. Who or what are you trying to hold on to? What was your feedback about that? I forgot.
Oh, I don't think I got to respond about that.
Yeah, I don't think any of you guys
on that
really
one
did.
specifically.
Okay.
Joel and I did.
Oh, you enjoyed it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He was trying to let go of himself, but
Who?
Hake was
Oh, yeah,
right.
what a mess.
I was holding myself together.
Yeah.
trying to hold himself together.
I
No,
remember
but
now.
there's just
So
so much.
Nick, who or what are you trying to hold together?
It feels like everything. It's just so much, but there's like a lot to talk about here. It was really interesting, but everything really. You talk about how when we're talking with people, we have these agendas, and we're really about ourselves and the thrills we get, and that's what I'm trying to hold all that up in a sense. Trying to hold up being someone to people and hoping they see me that way as well.
And so who or what are you trying to hold together?
A false self, if I could be succinct.
A
But
false self? You said false
I guess,
self?
yeah.
And what do you mean by that?
Because it's not, there's nothing exactly real about what I'm trying to hold up. Because let's say, for example, I'm talking about friends or how people see me, but people don't really see me that way. People don't really see me in the way that I'm thinking. And so I'm trying to hold up that's a false thing to hold up.
Oh, you holding up or trying to hold up a false image of yourself?
Right? That's one example, yeah.
Are you saying that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Amazing. And what are you doing to try to hold it together?
Like, for example, okay, I go up and do the announcements, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I do the announcements with the mic before church. I'm like, okay, the bathroom's this way, etc.
Right.
And, I could be maybe too jokey or whatever. It's just do the announcements, right? You're like, okay, chill, just don't be so jokey.
Right.
And it's like, that's like a personality. It's like, wait, he doesn't want me to be myself, da-da-da. And that's so fake.
Amazing. That's a good example. Amazing example. Joey Friday, he be like, who or what are you trying to hold together?
I think I've for a long time been trying to hold together. I think mostly after like becoming a Christian and really getting involved is trying to hold together this idea of me being a good person and just trying to at every turn just do my best to do the right thing, or even if it's in the name of God, do the right thing or be a good person, and trying to hold that together so that when it doesn't happen, it like it's like a big thing, like it turns into this overreaction. But just trying to hold together, I mean, I guess that's an image, in the same sense as well, just trying to keep that image, and not so much to other people as well too, but just to convince myself that I'm a good person. That's all an illusion. It's all an illusion in general. So. And
so, what do you do to present yourself as a good? What does a good person look like? What do you do to present? In your mind, what are you looking like when you think you're presenting yourself as a good person?
It's not that I'm so much worried about presenting it to other people, but it's more so trying to convince myself that I'm a good person, meaning like I'm doing the right thing, I'm on the right track, and just to feel better. It's really just to feel better when I really think about it, just to like, feel like I'm whole or feel like nothing's missing or I've made it, like all these false things that we think about, or I think about, and like trying to make them reality and when in reality, it was interesting. Well, I'll wait till I'll say that part later.
Mhm.
But it's in regards to the church as a whole, their answers. But yeah, it's just the image of myself as a good person. I'm trying to.
So you create your own image of what good is?
Not my own image, but I put all the things that I've learned together and try to like follow them and try to be like I'm walking on track, and it's just a mess.
Sean, who or what are you trying to hold together?
I have this like idea in my head that one day I'm gonna have like perfect health, and I'm just never gonna get sick again, and everything's gonna be like okay. So I'm trying to hold together this like my body, I guess, like the idea that I'm trying to hold together like my health. Like I'm trying to hold together this idea that one day I'm gonna just never get sick again, and just everything's gonna be perfect.
And so, and that's because you were kind of sickly growing up or something?
Yeah, I had a illness.
And so now you, in your mind, you're holding on to the idea that you'll never be sick again?
Yeah, so I think to myself, oh, if I just eat the right way or sleep the right way, I'll be immortal. Everything will just be great from now on.
And is that the only thing you're trying to hold together?
Yeah, that's the only thing I really thought of that's really apparent to me.
Okay. So you try to get sleep, eat, and do all that?
Yeah, and I've been like that since I was a kid. Like, I'll come up with a new thing, like, okay, if I just have this diet, like, I'll just never get sick again. It'll be great.
Amazing. Are you afraid of being sick?
I guess so. Not like consciously,
Yeah.
But actually, yeah, definitely. Like, I have this fear that one day I'll get this, like, I don't know, infection or like that I won't be able to recover from.
Really?
And that'll be the thing that takes me out.
And does that talk to you in your head? Like, oh, you're going to get this thing going to happen to you, and you're not going to be able to do this.
Yeah, it talks to me subtly and sneakily and quietly enough where I don't even notice it. And
Really?
before I know it, I'm like, cleaning things that don't even need to be cleaned.
Wow.
With this idea in my head that if I just do this, everything will be okay.
I thought you were just cleaning stuff, bro. I was like, nice. I should have cleaned that.
It's not out of the goodness of my heart, I'll tell you that.
Amazing. Hey, who or what are you trying to hold together?
I still say myself. Trying to hold myself together.
And who is the self you're trying to hold together?
Me. Like how I am. I almost said how I be, but that would be black.
Me.
Such as how I don't know, like there's like work, my back a little bit. Yep. Steve.
So you
Sean
are
made me think of that.
You are
And
your
that's accurate.
work and you are your back.
No, but my work and my back come from me.
What?
My work and my back come from me.
What does that mean?
How
It is round two. If you missed it at church, you're getting it right here.
I
What does that mean? Your work and your back come from you.
come from me because my habits come from how I am on the inside.
How you are on the inside?
Yeah.
So on the inside, you are your work.
No, those are just expressions of me. They're-
On your inside,
right?
are you your back? On your inside, you're your back.
No,
But so then, what do you mean?
but how I am affects my back and my work and other
I
things.
am a so you are your effects.
I I cause my effects. Dang.
What does that mean? Who is this that causing the effect?
Me. Like I don't. I'm gesturing. You guys can't
yeah,
see.
he's doing this.
I'm doing this. That his back just is Josie Purple.
So you are your back. You are your work. Right?
Yeah, if in a manner of speaking, yeah.
Anchor baby, is it working for you?
What?
Trying to hold this image of yourself together.
Heck no.
And why not?
Because it just makes it worse. Okay, let me try and be clear here, because you know
All
you were
right, Joe Biden. Let me try to be clear.
But listen,
Let me be clear here.
it's like what I'm trying to describe is like you're saying. You know, you said at church, you said, "I'm going to tell you next week how to pick out a liar" or something like that.
All right.
I think I know the answer. It's when they're talking like a long answer, like and that's the thing I'm trying to hold up.
What?
That protecting that, wanting to talk long and lie, and you know what I'm talking about.
You want to talk for a long time, you think?
And it's not that I always notice it. So it's not that I even want to. I have a hard time even saying I want to. But do you see what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah, I do. I
About
understand.
lying and
Yeah.
and so really, that's what I'm trying to hold up. I'm that angry, that revengeful person, but the difference now is I have this little tiny bit of separation.
So is it working that holding it up, holding
No.
it together?
Heck no.
It's not working?
No.
And why isn't it working?
Because it just makes me even more closer to it, is how I'm trying to give it maybe clearer words, but
Okay.
yeah.
How about you, Joe? Trying to be good and doing all that work, putting all your years together, trying to be good. Is that holding up? Are you able to hold that up?
No, but I'm letting that go because, which is what I wanted to say, is that because it was interesting at the church, like everybody's answers, hearing everybody's answers is kind of similar in the same way of all of us, what we're saying here, but it's just this idea of control, thinking that we can do something about it and thinking we can control the outcome. And me thinking I'm a good person, or anybody else thinking they're whatever, is thinking that we can control how people view us, how we view ourselves, instead of just letting go. So the answers I think that were said across, and I think that the answer you gave, just like revealed of, just letting go of control and just letting go and letting God just deal with your life in general. And that's what I'm, doing now, is just letting it all go, because we can't do anything in the first place. And my whole life I've been trying to change myself, and it just never worked. So,
And how are you letting go? What are you letting go of?
staying out of my head. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing, is that having full faith, which is staying out of your head and not being in your thoughts and trying to figure things out or solve problems. Just letting go and letting God do what He said He's going to do.
And how are you trying to let go, Nick?
Exactly. He just said let go of thoughts. When I was on the stage, and I said to myself, don't be myself. That was a thought. That was a pure 100 million% thought.
Yeah.
And the people around me, all they've ever tried to do is tried their best to show me love. That's all. When I think about the people around me, that's all they've ever really tried to do.
Yeah.
And it's only a thought that flips that, and it's all a lie.
Amazing. Is it working for you, trying to hold this health thing together and eat right and try not to get sick? Is that working?
Yes.
You able to hold it together?
Yep.
In what way? We know you're lying, but go ahead.
They say a cluttered desk is a cluttered mind. There's nothing wrong with staying organized
Right.
and keeping clean, So in that whole experience of realizing that about myself, there's a lesson in that, which is there's nothing wrong with organizing and keeping clean, as long as you don't get a feeling from it or getting an identity from it. So yeah, it worked in that way. Is to show me that and teach me a lesson in that way.
What do you think will happen if you stop doing it for that reason, period? If you just say, you know what, if I'm going to die, I'm just going to die. And you stop trying to eat right for that reason and do all that, what do you think will happen? Look at he's brushing the table now. I'm getting this disease out the way.
I think only good things would happen.
Then why not let go, period?
I've come a long way. I feel like I have.
Then why not let go, period?
I'm scared.
Look at the outcast.
Oh.
Why not let go, period?
It's the
afraid?
thrill of it. No, it's the thrill of it.
What do that mean?
It's the thrill of it. It's the getting a feeling and identity from it. It's the thrill of saying to myself, like Joel said, it's the thrill of saying to myself, if I do this, everything's under control.
Amazing.
That you get a thrill from that. So,
is it working for you, James? Trying to hold yourself together in the way you think you are. Is that working?
It might be a little bit.
It might be.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, I do have a job. I do have my back. And so it's, kind of maybe limping along, like a little trudging along. But maybe I just need to try harder. Try hard, Hake.
Try hard to be your back.
To alpha up my back and alpha up my work.
So you really do believe that you are your back?
No, that I create my back. It's problems.
I can agree with him on that though, but
You agree with who?
with James on the creating the problems.
Like his back problem?
Right.
So
Oh.
you wanted to try harder?
But he thinks
Talking
that
about trying harder, bro.
Well, I think that
do you even throw?
I know, bro.
I felt attacked over here right now.
Making me blush.
I know, but just the fact that we can,
You-
our lifestyles is the cause of our health issues as well. So I understand what he's saying when it comes
So you believe James is his back and his work?
I believe that when he says that, no, not that he's his back in his work, but his lifestyle, like he's saying, is causing, or like his ways of life is causing the issues of his back and health.
Are you saying that?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Amazing. When everybody got, all my experts got their stuff in?
Yeah.
I had to come back. I was getting sad.
Poor.
I'm being neglected.
Don't blame her, son. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. The biblical question of who or what are you trying to hold on to? In all honesty, really, and to know this is mind-blowing to me. That's why I'm encouraging you to stay on that straight and narrow. I don't care what happened. You lose the world. It's doing you a favor, right? But in reality, there is nothing or no one to hold on to. Zero. Everything you think you're holding on to is an illusion, and it doesn't work. Have you noticed when you try to hold on to anything, it doesn't work? Your children, no matter what it is, your health, no matter what it is, there's nothing to hold on to. It's all an illusion, and it does not work. That's why when these men go to court to try to get the children, visitation and all that, when a woman, the men are only doing it trying to hold on to an illusion. It's not like they love the children, and the mother clearly does not love the children. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be in court, right? But it's all an illusion. And you can't hold on to the children. Don't cut the baby in half. Let it go. There's nothing, even in a marriage, you can't hold on to your wife or your children, your husband or your wife. Let them go if they want to go. If it's not happening naturally, you're trying to force it to happen, and it's never going to work out. And then as far as trying to be good, ain't no such thing as trying to be good. That's a ridiculous idea.
Whatever.
What? What do you think about that?
No, I agree. Oh yeah.
Her son said, I'm staying. I don't care how difficult. Yeah, that's right. I'm staying. I ain't going, and you gonna love me.
And I sat there and waited. I was like, is he gonna leave? Or is he gonna stay?
He like, hell no.
No, but I agree. It's it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous thing, and I realize, but I see for myself clear that it makes no sense. There's nothing to hold on to, and I think it was a while ago when we were talking about like becoming nothing and being nothing. I forgot what service that was, but it makes sense to me is that we're not good, we're not bad, we're just supposed to be living beings, and trying to hold these things together doesn't make sense at all. So I definitely agree. It's crazy to believe that we have any type of control over our lives.
It's so, as I'm waking up to all this, it's crazy. It's just crazy, as he said. It's insanity. That's why all people who have anger is insane. All unconscious people are insane. But it's crazy to think that there is something that we can hold on to and that we need. And as Nick was saying earlier, it all comes from a thought. It's just a thought that you have a reputation to hold on to. It's just a thought that you have children to hold on to. It's just a thought that you have your health to hold on to. It's just a thought to be afraid of death. It's just a thought. That's all it is. It's not even real. It's crazy when you wake up to it. What y'all think about that? What do you think? Think that he is back.
I didn't say that. You're putting words in my mouth.
Oh, we'll take him out.
I did. I just spit those out.
Think that he is his job. Just think about that. A job is just somewhere you go, whether at home or with your physical head, you're just working on a project. It ain't got nothing to do with who you are, period. Okay, take that out of my mouth.
Whatever. I think it how you are does affect how you do.
What?
How you are does affect what and how you do.
Right, but how you are is an illusion, so how you do never works.
That sounds nice, I guess. I don't really comprehend that.
What do you think about this, Sean?
About what he said?
About what he said and my response to what he said. Were you paying attention?
Yeah, kind of. I'm pretty lost in the Hake answer
Me too. Everybody.
situation.
Everybody in the studio look pretty puzzle.
But we're saying the same thing, so I don't know why I'm lost. We're going through the same thing. What I'm lost about. But I was telling Nick on Sunday that during Sunday I was thinking about my uncle. He went through Navy SEALs training, and he was talking about how they pretty much try to kill you.
Yeah.
Like during training, they try to kill you, and your job is to not die, pretty much. And there's like a thing, a rule in the Navy SEALs. It's called the 40% rule. And when people give up, when their body, when their mind tells them that their body is failing and they give up,
yeah.
Usually they're only actually 40% of the way there of what they're actually capable of.
Whoa.
So when you were talking about, as you can just keep on keeping on. When you can't do it anymore, just keep on keeping on, even more.
No matter how rough we get.
It reminded me of that. And so much. I mean, there's so much to say about Sunday. Sunday was deep.
Nice.
But yeah, I think me and Hake are going through the same thing.
Yeah, everybody is. Everybody until they wake up to wisdom. And all wisdom does is make you overcome ideas. And when you overcome ideas, you overcome the world. And you have it's just crazy how we're so compelled by thoughts. All thoughts are all lies. That is the truth. It It doesn't even make sense that somebody would try to hold on to being good. And we don't even know what good is because what people have taught us about being good, based on the Bible or based on the teaching, have all been lies. You know something? That is not being good at all. And that's what Joel tried to be, right? The Bible good.
He keeps on pointing at Joel.
Right. Right,
He up here trying to be good.
that's but I think that's a major thing because of image and like, you know, the idea of people thinking that if we're good, that we should be good if we're a human being.
And the people who are telling you that are no good.
Right. But it's a setup.
Yeah,
So to
it
make
sure
your
is.
point, it's a setup, yeah.
What a mess. Amazing. So let's do this real fast, and I got to get to the calls. I got more news items. Nick, what you get from Sunday Fellowship, if anything?
Everything everything I already said.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't think I can add anything more. What I got is, if I could attempt again to summarize, it's like, I'm trying to hold on to these false things, trying to hold on to,
Are you coming to see that? Not cutting you off, but you're right.
like
you
I had
said
the
a
words
lot.
earlier too.
Are you understanding that it's just a thought, and that's what set us up?
Yeah. That really is the only conclusion.
Yeah. It's crazy how it's thought that got us. But if we just let them pass, they won't do. Anything from Sunday media other than what you said, Joe?
No, just the control thing is that we have no control and we really can't do nothing about it.
Amazing. So are you able to let go, Nick,
Let go
of trying to hold anything together, including your personality, your attitude, your joke, your image on the stage, or anything? Are you learning to let go?
yes.
You are?
Yeah.
How about you, Joe?
Yeah, for
You
sure.
let go and try to be good.
Yeah.
And you see now you ain't no damn good.
No, I've definitely seen that. But that was the greatest thing, and to make it short, that was the greatest thing was people think that when you realize that you're not a good person, that you're going to feel bad about yourself. But it brought me peace realizing that I'm not a good person. Yeah.
That's deep. It brings you peace to realize you ain't no damn good. I can use the word damn because on TV it said, damn, George.
So TV is your standard of decency. We're in
See?
trouble on the Jesse
Another
Lee Peterson
good
show.
man.
A what?
Another good man. Anything from Sunday you realize, other than what we talked about?
Yeah, I didn't realize till recently that I identified with my body so much. Like I definitely still think I am my body. Like thoughts I've sort of come a long way with, but
Yeah.
as far as thinking I am my body, like I think I'm too deep into that to even realize yet. And as far as people lying, I think lying is important. I think it's important to lie to people.
It's important to lie to them?
Yeah.
The people who are lying think it's important to lie?
No, I think lying is important.
Oh, okay.
He's Irish.
Oh.
That's a big part of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
You may be onto something.
Really? I don't think so.
Yep. That's true.
You may be onto something. A lot I can say about lying. Because over the years, I learned people lie.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, we'll get to that later. Anything about Sunday you realize that you want to add that we haven't already discussed?
Well, it did occur to me, and it has occurred to me over recent times, that I shouldn't be swayed emotionally or pridefully by a bad back or a bad job at work, or by a good job at work or a good back.
Yeah.
Because they can deceive me, and it's not very manly
Yeah.
to be like that.
It's not common sense either.
Yeah, that's true.
Amazing. One thing I realized about church, and I realized this a long time ago, but I really saw it this Sunday. I noticed that when people learn what I talk about, about forgiveness, about the devil, and about you're not yourself, I can tell when it's an intellectual thing coming from the person. Because what they do, they are said with a false sense of confidence about the devil and this and that, and then they'll look at me, they'll be looking at me like this. It's all about the devil. I'm like, this is an intellectual liar. But it was so interesting because it's interesting how the intellect can pick up on anything and make you think you have it. And then if you say it and people agree, you really think you have it. Yeah. Isn't that something? Yeah. The intellect is wicked. You know that you just repeated it inside. You know you just, but because it looked good, it sounded good, the thrill of it feel better than anything else. Any comment on that? Last word.
Yeah,
but I can tell when somebody just being intellectual with me.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why the most Christians, most conservatives, most conservative women, or all of them, are. It's just like a shallow imitation. They're really liberals at heart.
The mind makes you do that kind of stuff too, though. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Any last word about that? The intellect and how it's easy to quote and say what somebody else said, and especially if people go along with you, you think you got it.
Yeah, I think it's another way of like living in the past because you have that memory of thinking, oh, that was true, you know. But that's not living by revelation. You're not living it in the moment. Like in the moment, you're not thinking this is true. You're thinking, oh, I knew this was true a while ago, so it must still be true now.
That's so deep because I noticed that intellectual people with the truth or whatever, don't hate your mom and all, they never have anything new to add. It is just past stuff they heard. That's deep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Last word.
Yeah. Typically that's a woman thing though too. Like typically women tend to just say those things that sound good and then just kind of preach them. But I wanted to say that as of late, the women at the church are truly, you could tell that they're really seeking and trying to figure it out. Because a lot of the women, that's how I was saying, typically a lot of the women do tend to be the ones that speak up and think that they know or say that or pretend like they know. But the women at church lately have really been, you could tell they're really seeking.
Oh, those women are on it. If most of the men now that are intellectual about it.
Yeah. So the women at church are outbeating the men right now?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, some of the men. Some of the men are just totally intellectual about it. They have no clue. And like Sean just so rightly described, they just hear about the truth and they'll come back in their mind and they're practicing it on other people, and other people like, yeah, you're so smart. And but they have no new nothing. And they'll go 1,000 years saying the same thing with no new wisdom. And I know why. Yes, Nick, last word.
Yeah, it's what I am. It's deep what you guys are talking about, and yeah, it's like what I am. But it's so interesting because, you know, Hake a moment ago said, what you are makes you do what you do. But then you said, but it's just because we're holding on to it, and that's the whole thing about even saying I am that, because you said you really really summarize it when you say you're holding on to nothing. Because I'm really holding on to nothing. I'm holding on to, okay, I want to be smart. But I'm not. I'm holding on to, like, I'm nice. I'm like a pleasant person, and I'm nice to be around. But, you know what I mean? It's like, we're holding on to nothing. And and that's where the peace comes, I think.
We let go.
You can just let that go.
We let go of everything.
And then you actually be normal with people.
I love the point about how... No, pull her aside. I'll let him have some of the last words.
Just one quick thing.
What? No, come on in.
I feel like Sandy. Okay, no, I was just gonna say, like,
what you did to Sandy is happening to you.
Exactly. You reap what you sow.
With the movie.
But no, I just wanted to say on the thing with what you're talking about. I know the times that I've like copied you.
Yeah.
And I've verbatim said things that I've heard you say, and I'm like, well, this is the truth. So I can say it because it's the truth. But when I say it to other people, I realize the reason why a lot of times it's met with hostility or kind of rejection or like goes into a feud is because there's no like you said, wisdom of actual life experience that comes with it.
Yep.
And people can sense that from like a spiritual thing. Like even when people combat with you, there's still like a level of like neutralizing that your spirit does to them because of God's spirit that's working through you. So it's like, it's interesting to see that's how you can kind of test the spirit, as they say, like if it's actual or not.
Yeah.
But also something Joel said, I think this year you said that the theme is that like once we disappear, the kingdom of heaven will appear.
Absolutely.
And it made me think about that when Joel was talking, because it's like, just ceasing to exist with the physical body, with the thoughts, with the intellectual. But it is a lot. It's a narrow road because it's harder than I even initially thought. So yeah, but anyway, that's all from Sandy.
And I thought that that was deep, because I think even kids and wives can tell when the father is just being intellectual with them. You know,
Absolutely.
they can tell when he's not.
And the wife will hate the husband when she know he's been phony.
Yeah, and I love when Hake says, you know, just be normal.
Yeah.
You know, when you asked him during when you had the experts on the fallen state, or the radio host on the fallen state, and you're like, what is a man? He's just like, be normal. He's just a normal person.
Yeah.
And just because, you know, certain things are common, like anger or living in your intellect, doesn't mean it's normal.
That's right.
Yeah, like there is an actual normal, natural that people have to get to know.
There is such a norm that is mind blowing, and you'll be like feeling normal, living normal with no feeling. And if you're just looking at the person but you can't see, you don't know that they're living a different life than you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And something I see in Hake a lot that I might be wrong about. Like, it might not be going on at all, but I see him often be conscious of not being intellectual, like really trying to realize or communicate like his truth in the moment, as opposed to just going with what he's heard, or going with this or that. You know,
Right.
It's like I don't know. I might be wrong about it, but I see like an actual attempt to do that, to be conscious of that.
No, you're wrong.
I don't know. Maybe.
You're wrong. No, I'll play it. Is that true about you, Hake?
I do try to just give like the answer that seems like how I actually really live,
Yeah.
versus stuff that you say that makes a lot of sense, because that's not necessarily how I really live.
Someone told me the other day they love the hate news, but they like all this other news. They're like, I don't even watch that news out there no more. I just listen to the hate news. I love the way he presented. He put a little comments in there, the real life and stuff like that. Amazing. So at least it does the news right.
Well, according to one person, most of the chat I see is like, Hake trying to be funny. God, Hake's pronunciations are so annoying. God, Hake's voice is so annoying.
They're jealous.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Jealousy and envy. But in closing, the reason I really like what you said, I remember we had a discussion about not letting your left hand know what your right hand do. Y'all remember that discussion? And so what that is that you're not supposed to hold on to knowledge or wisdom. You're not, because they both can be deceiving. And you think you have it and you won't, and you get locked with that, and that's all you ever talk about. Just what you just learned. That's why you don't hold on to either one. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. Don't hold on to knowledge, and do not hold on to wisdom.
Wear one on your left foot and one on your right foot.
That's for sure. Because I see it all the time. The people are asked in the meeting, what did you get from it? And all they'll do is say what they heard me say. They don't go beyond that at all. Day in, day out, Sunday in, Sunday out, month in, month out. And I'm like, well, but I already know what's going on. They got it intellectually, and they get no further than that.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Joel.
Well, I was going to say, I can see why you make those attempts to try to get people to say, ask a question with the question, because
I'm
what you're trying
get
to
them
do
see.
is to get them to like have their own answer without trying to like intellectualize it or copy what you're saying. So
Right.
yeah, I see the attempt of what you're trying to do for sure.
And then I noticed that the people who are not sure if somebody have intellectually learned what I say, and they'll blurt it out, and the person that's just trying to find the truth, they'll say, "Oh, I mean like what they just said." I'm like, don't do that. Get it out. Talk about it so you can see what's going on. Because that person you just said, I just want to, what they just, that's just an intellectual person who don't have the truth either. You got to seek for yourself and know for yourself. That makes sense? That makes sense?
Yeah, and like with you, you've had the same message for almost 35
years
years,
now.
but each time you say it, it's with the same spirit, but it's in a different way. So like when you say go beyond the intellect and just go beyond what you've learned,
Yeah.
it's not necessarily using more words, it's just using it with the spirit of the moment, because you could be using the same words but be in a different spirit, like,
Absolutely.
each time. And like the spirit of the moment.
Don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Don't hold on to knowledge or wisdom. Amazing. That's it. Amazing. Thank my experts, folks.
That was a podcast episode right there.
Amazing.
And I made it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Nice. That's nice. But I do want you to know, folks, there is another way to live, and that way is the right way. And it's from the kingdom of heaven within, and it will cause you to overcome the world. And you will literally find yourself, you don't even think about the world anymore. You don't suffer for the world. You don't feel the world pain. You don't feel mama pain. You don't feel the loss of anything. It's crazy how that is, but it's beautiful. The kingdom of heaven is within. But you, as an individual, whether you're married or separated or divorced or a single person, you got to seek it for yourself. You can't learn it. It's not in the mind. Don't hold on to wisdom. It's not there either. Don't hold on to anything. Do not try to hold anything together. Let it happen. Let life happen. It'll be amazing. Anyway, amazing.